challenge we're doing today is going to be called Dear Diary. So what this challenge is, if you can find the flag on disk image, we could close the case for good. It says download disk image here. So we're gonna open up this web shell and then we're gonna go on Dear Diary. Ooh, let me see if I can type it. Dear Diary, and then we're just gonna get the image file, copy link, and we're gonna go to CD temp. So we're gonna go to CD temp and run wget onto this, and then we're just gonna wait until this gets downloaded and just wait for it. And we get one hint: if you observe binary data raw in the terminal, you may be misled about the content of the block. So that's the only hint that we get. So we're just gonna wait until this gets pulled down. So we'll just wait and see. So we're gonna start running some, I guess, partitioning commands that we've been doing, I guess, in the past few challenges. So it's almost done. 95, 97, 98, 99, 100. So we're gonna do MLS and then MLS, and then we're gonna do disk flag image gz. gzip dash d disk flag, and then that's gonna unzip it, and then we're gonna run MLS, and that's unzipping it right now. We just gotta wait for it. It might be a big file, I'm assuming. We did inside the temp file too, so hopefully it doesn't break this web challenge, and it did it. So we're gonna do MLS disk flag, and then we see there's like 1, 2, 3. There's like two or three partitions here. So what we want to do is first list out the first partition, which is this one, Linux. So there's three partitions, 1, 2, 3. So we're gonna check out this one. So we're gonna grab this and run the command fls, which is gonna list all the content from 2048, and then the name of the file, and then it lists out 3 contents that look interesting but not really. There's really nothing that seems, I guess, that cool. So we're gonna do this again, but for this second partition, which is Linux swap. So let's do this. So it's gonna be 61648 and space, and I cannot determine the file system type. 61. So that didn't work. So let's try the other one. This one. 1. Let's see if this works. Okay, now this won't work. Now we get a lot more interesting directories. We get home, and the one I tried, 11047, belongs to this one. So this one actually brought out a bunch of different stuff. The ones that I'm probably gonna look at is room, root, and home. Those are the ones that seem interesting for me. So let's try checking out root. So we're gonna run the same command, but we're just gonna add the number 204 to look at all the contents at root, and we see secret. So this one seems a lot more interesting. So we run the same command, but we change it to 1842, and now we get 3 files: forcewait.sh, instantaneous file txt, and it's all in the name. So we got some interesting files. So what we're gonna do then, so I guess what we're gonna do next is basically see if we could print out these files and see what we could get from these. So let's see what we could do. Let's see what we could do. So I'm trying to remember the command how to do this. So I have a feeling that I think it might be just icat, and then we could just run -o, and then this, then we're gonna run disk flag image, and then we're just gonna run these two just to see what's going on. And nothing came out. Yeah, nothing came out. 204 ICAS/O. What about this one? 1843. 1843. Sleep. Okay, 4. Nothing came out. And I'm assuming that's a directory right there. So 1845, 1845. Nothing. So let's do ICAT 1845 and nothing. So there's really nothing, and it's just this force weight SH. So we had to go back and start looking since we checked out the files and there's nothing. So one thing to also keep in mind is that we didn't really initially see nothing from, I guess, this file. So if we go back right here, we stopped exactly at here, 1842. So let's see if we could get more files from this. So I'm gonna go right here. I'm gonna run this command again, and it's gonna list out everything. But what if we want to list out all the content from here? So I'm gonna run 8 because 8. We're gonna run this, and then we're gonna pipe it to strings, so we'll be able to see the content inside. So if we run this, we see all like multiple file names, which seems interesting. And let's see if we can find something that's related to, I guess, our flag system. So we're gonna run this again, but this time we're gonna sort it by running unique or sorted, and then unique for every unique type. Then I'm gonna grab for file, and we see multiple file layout, profile, BAS files, boot chart, DHCP, key maps, RAID, all of that stuff. So a lot more interesting than it was last time. Cache files. Now, what we want to be able to do is just change this, and except of FLS, we could get even more data if we just run cat from the beginning. So we run ICAT to print out everything. It basically cuts out data from here, and we get a better idea of what it's holding. So from here we see a bunch of stuff, but the thing that sticks out is insinuous file.txt and original file name. Those are the two things that stick out to me. So let's do something a lot more interesting. So we're just gonna do this, and then we're gonna run xxd to see what you could get from memory. So if you guys don't know what xxd does, so xxd command is displays the content of a file in hexadecimal format and converts the hexadecimal back to a binary file, usually used for hex dumping or tools. So we're gonna do that xxd. I'm gonna do that grep, and then we're gonna do it for anything that has a txt mentioned. So we do that, and we see there's multiple files with sfile.txt. So we see that multiple files have the -txt, but what if we could change it to do something like this, -a3, which is gonna print out more lines within the binary. It's gonna print out 3 more lines extra. So right now it's printing out 1 line, and it's gonna print out 3 more lines for every one of them. So we run something like this, we see 3 more lines. So we get 3 more lines of extra data, and we start noticing that it starts building up our PicoCTF and all of these. It's all in the name. So what we want to do is basically, let's see, basically jumble these all up together and then just form a flag from this. Image 8xxt grab text. So we can just grab this Pico and go right here. Pico. We might need to put this like on by the URL or something. Pico. PicoCTF. CTF1 53 underscore 53. I'm assuming 3 name. So it's only 3 characters, so that gives us an idea if we're doing something right. So these 3 characters right here. So I'll grab that, and then B3, and then ends with that at the end. So with that, it ends it, and then we should get our flag with this IC name. So diary and insert it, and we solve this challenge. So this one's a little bit more difficult, as in it's like more, I guess, you dump memory, you try extracting, I guess, files from this, but yeah, it's pretty difficult, pretty weird. And I guess the hint help a lot, because if you look directly back at the hint, the diary says, if you're observing binary data around its run, you may be misled by the content of the block, so you might need to expand it. So this is where that hint came in place, where we're looking at the binary but we don't see nothing, so we have to extend the block, and then we see all this original file name and then all this stuff right here. So yeah, that's about it for this challenge. Hope you guys learned something new today. I know I did, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.